is that they seem to get items very slow. Again, I'm picking on Spyderco here just because more people know their knives, and you'll notice that I'm in the Sage area. There's a knife called a Sage, and there's a Sage titanium knife that has been released probably at least a month to 2 months now, maybe a month and a half, and it's nowhere to be found on this site, where you could get it on the other site. And if you go and look at their again, their knives, picked on Benchmade here, I'm actually going to go back to Spyderco. It has this upcoming products section. So it says stretch FRN black handle, not expected until August 30th. And the Sage 2 titanium, not expected until August 25th. These are items that have been out for a while. Other websites have them, so that part's a little frustrating. I think they, I don't know, that's unique. I guess the point here is they have great pricing, but they may not have what you want, or may not be in stock. So, but good experience with this company. Now I'm going to move on to, well, I'll hit it real quickly here. Other websites I've used are where to go? Oh, folks, I think I closed the website. Poor Fish is what I've used in the Poor Fish Outdoors, so poorfish.com. Go to knives. Again, this is another good one for Spyderco. They tend to have more of the common production knives, like the Delicas, the Militaries, Natives, those types of things, and not often the more high-end ones, but their pricing's pretty good. So let's go see if we can find the Paramilitary again. I'm using that as a reference point. Pretty good price on the Native here, black one, $50, $45 for this satin finish Native. And then we get to Paramilitary here, and you can see this one's actually ridiculous, $219. Looks like a fully serrated blade. I'll pass on that. Not for me, not at that price. They don't appear to have a normal straight blade here. Paramilitary, just all black, $145. So this one's actually, it's kind of high. It's on sale even, but still pretty high. Again, folks, you got to check around. You can see the Tenacious here for $30. I think I got my Tenacious from this website. It shipped out pretty fast, and again, they were pretty cheap. So I'm going to move on now to, probably have to split the videos here, but I'm going to move on to websites that are popular and mentioned a lot on the internet, but I haven't necessarily used. I'm just going to critique them real fast. One of them is Newgram Knives. I know a lot of people mention it, but I actually find it kind of frustrating. I'm just looking at their what's new link here, and today is the 24th basically, and they haven't added anything since July 2nd, so that's kind of interesting to me. I know a number of Spydercos have been released. And that being said, I'll go back to the Spyderco area for a reference point. And this is the part that I just hate this website for it, is that you click on the manufacturer and you get this massive listing of the knives, and looks like maybe questionable alphabetical order. Not even really. It's just all over the place. You can shop by blade steel, S30V or VG10, but that's all manufacturers. That's not helpful at all. So basically, what you end up doing is just scrolling forever through the knife you want. You can search, but let's see if that works. So that pops up paramilitary, what I wanted there. They don't have the plain satin finish, so these prices are going to be a little bit high. $149 for the camo version and black blade. It's like a Benchmade. Yeah, and unless you are specifically looking for a knife where you can put in, you know, a search for it, you're just going to spend too much time going through this. I can't sort it by price. I can't alphabetize it. I can't go high to low price-wise. So I know a lot of people talk about this website, but I can't deal with it. So I've never actually ordered anything from here, and when I have spent the time and really hunted through it, I've found that their pricing is not as good as what I can find elsewhere. The one unique thing about this is, kind of what I can tell, is they may have some older used or slightly used knives that are still production, but they may be out of production and somewhat rare. It seems like they have some of those. So that's kind of interesting to peruse. Another website that I've never used, but I kind of like, is this knifecenter.com. They seem to have a lot going on in this website, so it's a little bit hard to navigate through, but it's organized pretty well. They kind of have a neat knife blog, and they appear to carry more current things. It's organized fairly well. You can see the pictures of the knives. You can't sort anything, but at least they're all relatively laid out. You can scroll through it fast or search within the web page. And what I'll do is go to the paramilitary again. They got reviews on here, which is cool. They got the D2 version, 118. That's actually kind of high. KnifeWorks had it cheaper. I think it was 108 at KnifeWorks, or barely $100. And the straight blade satin finish, 139. That's actually a little high. Yeah, it's a little high on this one. Another area that I tend to like on this website is that I've just been perusing Emerson knives lately. I don't own any, but I'm just kind of doing some research on them. Not sold yet, but they seem like they have a good website for that. You can look at all the shapes of the blades. They seem to have more unique ones, meaning a bigger selection than other websites. It looks like many of them are not in stock, but I think that's often common for Emerson's. I like the CQC15, and they have the plain edge version in stock. So that site's kind of fun because it's flashy and you got the blog there going. So check it out, shop around again. Let's close that one out. Close out yourcornerstore.com, close out Newgram. Knives Plus is another one that I frequent. The layout on this one is a little confusing. You have this home page and it has just all these manufacturer names laid out. Lots of scrolling to do here.